It's Sunday, February 25th, and it's been a crazy week for news, but we're not going to get political today. We're jumping right into the entertainment news of last week. First off, we have that Mark and Jay Duplass, the Duplass Brothers films, are headed to Netflix. They've expanded their original picture deal with Netflix to include larger budgets and a bigger international picture deal. The first film will be starring Mark Duplass and Ray Romano. This is going to be an awesome film. I loved Ray Romano after his resurgence in The Big Sick earlier this year, the Oscar-nominated picture. So I'm looking forward to that one. Next up, in his first time in his career, Paul Thomas Anderson is working on a non-R-rated picture. This is going to be a family-friendly film. He's working on it with his 8-year-old daughter, Lucy. I find this to be really interesting. I love Paul Thomas Anderson's movies like There Will Be Blood and Punch Drunk Love, so I'm interested to see what he'll bring to the family-friendly genre, I guess if that's what you'd call it. But anyways, I recommend Paul Thomas Anderson to be looking at great family-friendly movies like Paddington. Also in the news for Paddington, we have that the director Paul King is being approached by Disney to do a live-action remake of Pinocchio. Is anyone sick of this story yet? I mean, I feel like we nailed it with the Roberto Benigni Pinocchio. Everyone was trashing him for being a 50-year-old Pinocchio, young little boy. It was kind of strange, but it was awesome. After his film Life is Beautiful. But Paul King telling this story, I don't think that there's going to be anything different that he can really bring to the screen on this, besides the fact that it will be sidelining his Willy Wonka movie. I don't think that we're going to be seeing Willy Wonka. I know Disney is going to want to fast track this Pinocchio picture to line up with the rest of their live action remakes, including the Lion King live action remake, which is actually just CGI animated, which means, isn't this just the second time they're animating it? So we'll see if this works out. I think most likely we're going to be seeing a Paul King Pinocchio. I'm not that excited about this one. Danny Boyle is currently working on Bond 25. This is going to be the 25th entry in the James Bond film series. Daniel Craig is set to reprise his role as James Bond. Danny Boyle and Daniel Craig did work up a great friendship working on the London 2012 Olympics. So they have been working on this story for the new James Bond film. I think Danny Boyle is an interesting choice. I know a lot of people are out there talking that he's not the right choice for Bond 25. I mean, we're at the 25th entry in the series. You could choose a baby and it would just work out. I feel like at this point, it's not really going to be that different. There are a lot of hit or miss Bonds. Some are great. Some are just whatever. Whatever Danny Boyle does, I don't think it's going to be a decimation of the Bond series. Just give him a shot. I think it's great to see a British director helming the Bond series, being that it's such an iconic British series. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what he does with this one. Paramount is back in the news. Not only this week did they shelve Transformers 6, kind of say, we're not going to really move forward with this at this time. I mean, they didn't shelve it, but they shelved the concept, the idea of it, and moving forward. But they're looking forward to new franchises, Sonic the Hedgehog. This one I don't think is going to translate very well to film. This is going to be the first time Sonic will be on the big screen, and it's set for a 2019 release. I think this might be more along the lines of a Super Mario Brothers 80s, 90s film, but we'll see. I don't know if Sonic really translates itself to the big screen quite well. Currently, there's no talks, kind of off topic, but there's no talks about a Mario film, but I know that Universal Studios is working on adapting some of their parks into the Nintendo kind of world and making Mario-themed experiences. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not that much of a Sonic fan, I would say, though. I'm more of a Mario guy, so I would be interested if he was coming to the big screen in a way, but first we're going to be getting that Detective Pikachu. Anyways, guys, that's the news for this week. I will see you next week, March 4th, the first week of March, and all the great film news that's to come that week.